this ship was virtually destroyed. You may recall a ship from your own Earth history.
You mean the Ark?
Yes. This ship has a similar function, to preserve the life and skills of our Darian race.
You see, our planet, Daria, no longer exists.
And is it not true that your own planet Earth may also no longer exist? You will all perish.
No, we have some way to go before we get to that point.
Commander Koenig, we are coming to the end of a 1,000-year voyage. Our main drive is undamaged. The ship is programmed to reach our destination, a virgin planet where the Darian civilization can begin again. Don't you understand? We are offering your people a guarantee of survival. Join us. Share in the future on the new world that awaits our arrival. I know you're concerned for the rest of your party. I will personally supervise the search. But in the meantime, please, consider our offer.
Sacred shrine of knowledge, we dedicate this perfect body. We pledge her in the spirit of true science. We pledge her in the light of clear knowledge and maintain that she is free of the mutant whom we abhor in all his manifestations. This we pledge on the sacred book of Niemann, maker of man, father of spirits. To you, Niemann, we, the survivors of level 7, offer this body.
Vadim. No.
No! Niemann! You are not a god.
A little bit of knowledge is about there's this interesting episode, right, of a TV series called Space 1999, and in 1999 you got the 666 code, right, and it's a very interesting episode. It's series 1 episode 9, right, so there's your 19, so that may be to do with the COVID-19. Not sure, like, you know what I mean, might be possibly to do with it. It's a very interesting episode because it's about and there's a lot of factors which are the same as like this that correspond to the sort of Masonic plan, see, the Masonic system and all that, right. It's very interesting, right. you know, I would advise watching it, like, you know, if you can get hold of this episode on from somewhere, you know what I mean, you can view it, and you see like a lot of the corresponding knowledges, read. But there's a very interesting thing in it, like there's this sort of a worship, like a DNA structure, right? Like they've got all the DNA banks of bloodlines and that genetics which are to be preserved and all this, right? And it's in the same shape as the sort of Levite breastplate, that jet garment and all that with the jewels in it, sort of and in this shoe it's they're representing it as a sort of DNA bank or something, right? So that's sort of you know, that shows you what it's all about type of thing, right? And there's another part, there's like these sort of irradiated survivors, the sort of ones who are the keepers of the genetics bloodlines are called Dorians, right? Dorians, and the sort of the opposite ones are called irradiated, who are like the mutant survivors of the you know, cataclysm or something, right? So the mutant survivors are irradiated, see, which is the reverse of like Dory type of thing, Dory, see, and suppose irradiated basically means like it means like the radiation of the sort of circle, like the temple circles, like the inner circles and the outer circles. So like the radius is basically who's within the sort of temple and who's outside the temple type of thing, right? Which, you know, obviously is to do with building the temples and all this type of idea, right? So that sort of signifies those who are outside of their program and all this, right? And these mutant survivors and that, right, worship like they've got a statue, right? A statue of the who's like the leader of these Dorians, right? It's called Neiman in the sure, right? And these sort of survivors are like, you know, they're primitive and they're sort of worshipping fire and stuff like that. So they're sort of like, you know, ignorant and all this, and they wear like fur jackets and all that instead of like you know, like the type of garments that the priesthood ones, right? So like primitive and ignorant people and all this with superstition about worshipping sort of gods and all this, right? And of course the ones who are on the inside have the it's all like a scientific, a technological thing and all this. You see what I mean? And the survival of the bloke who's the you know, who's the sort of leader of the priesthood ones, and they worship this statue. See, it's actually a statue of like an actual bloke, and that, see, they take it for a god. So that basically, you know, corresponds to like, you know, Jesus and all that type of idea. See, the sort of savages sort of worshipping the statue of this god, and it turns out it's just a statue of some bloke who's a technological genius and that. So it's like, you know, there's your sort of your Jesus and James type ideas and all that, right? A very interesting episode, you know what I mean? A lot of other things in it as well, like there's a part where they sort of do away with someone, and they put them in like an isolation booth and all that, and they basically fade away and disappear, see? Not on to, you know, the way they sort of isolate non-Masonic bloodlines out of it, and just basically, you know, wait till it sort of fade away and disappear, like from the, you know, from life and that. That's basically the game, innit? You know, the isolation idea, which again ties to 19 type of idea. You see what I mean? So, you know, maybe you could be talking that maybe the COVID-19 was based on this episode, right? Because it's 1999 thing, and that, so you've got a double 19 idea. Episode series 1, episode 9, and the sort of you know, the program Space 1999. Again, the space, as we know, is the code for the you know, like living space, you know, Lebensraum and all them type of ideas. So again, very cool, very interesting episode. Like, if you ever get to watch it, like, it's full of ideas which correspond very much to this Masonic type of structure. You know what I mean?